I love my mother, you know. She lives right beside me here. She's great. I don't think my mother has ever spoken a word that had any irony in it. You know what I mean? Like, she's just earnest. She's just happy. She knows how to love. She doesn't judge, you know?
Oh, he definitely wanted to, I'm sorry,
No, no, you go, Adam.
I was just going to say he definitely wanted to make the point he loves his mom.
That's what I was going to say. Because it was like a
tearjerker
moment where you just have this glimpse where he takes a pause and he's like, she's great.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, she'll go sometimes to the grocery store and come back. The other day she did this. She come back, she said, oh, man, funny thing happened in the grocery store. I said, what happened, Mom? She said, a woman came in and bought a grapefruit, and it cost $1.69, and last week it cost $1.19. And then I said, well, that's not a story, let alone a funny story. I don't even think that would be considered a story. I think about that unconscious, subconscious thing, because I remember my buddy one time, he's in psychology, he went to college, this guy, and I love milk, right? So we were eating a meal one time, and so I take a drink of milk, and my friend goes, you know why you're drinking that milk, right, Norm? And I say to him, it's not because I like milk, I know that. Because I know this guy, you know. So he goes, no, it's not. He goes, the reason you're drinking that milk is because you miss sucking on your mother's breast. I'm like, ah. Now, you guys don't know my mother. But she's wonderful. She's a saint. You know how people, say their mothers are saints? My mother is actually a saint. So, I mean, she hasn't performed 2 miracles, right? I guess she's not actually a saint, but she's much more saint-like than your fucking mother. That's what I'm saying. But there was a generation, like my mother's 85, there was a generation of women that you all know. Maybe it was your mother, maybe it was your grandmother. But they lived at a time, and I support you, me too, you too. More than anything, because, for the young girls, it's going to be fantastic. But no one like my mother will ever exist again. And it's just this generation of women that were so, like, selfless, and like my mother would be, the type of woman, like at dinner time, everyone's eating, and she's in the kitchen, and everybody have a second, are you sure? And then, oh, but the turnips, and wanted to make sure everybody got, and then she would, whatever was left, she would make a little plate for herself, and that's what my mother was like. Still is like. She lives right beside me. Her eyes shine love. I've never heard her say a phrase that had any irony flecked in, She just been so happy, Like, she'll come back to the grocery store, she'll go, Norm, the funniest thing happened at the store. I say, what happened, Mom? She says, there was a woman buying pineapple. It was $1.69 last week, and this week it was $1.19. I'm like, that's not a story, you old bag. What the fuck? Like, a story has to, I don't say that, but I would trade places with my mother in a second, because all she knows is love, how to love people. That's hard, man. That's hard. Anyways, I forgot why you brought that up. Oh, I remember. I don't want to suck her tits. So maybe I'm shallow. I want to suck my mother's tits, all right? So anyways, I'm having this discussion with this guy at the fucking restaurant, and now, after he tells me this, the milk is still there. And what the fuck am I gonna do? Guzzle it? Milk, I can't just leave it there. It was the worst. Whatever. Oh, and then it came time to order our entrees. You know what this guy gets? 2 meatballs and a banana. I'm like, hey! Wait, it wasn't even on the menu. Like, he had to... What's good for the goose is... This is just... Absolutely. I read about that, subconscious, unconscious. They said when you pick a president, this is an election year, this is kind of some word. Apropos. You ever say a word, you go, I hope this is what it means. Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I wasn't broken apart by you.
I'm here with my son Norman, and we're going to tell you some jokes about President's Day. What do we call George Washington's false teeth? His presidentures. What U.S. president has long legs, a black beard, and an unusual smell? Abraham Stinker.
Today I went to the board to be examined. The opinions were divided. They debated and debated and finally decided that I am not mad. But that is only because I used every ounce of my strength not to speak out. I did not speak out because I am afraid of the madhouse. I am afraid that they will not let me do my mad deed.
What would George Washington be if he was alive today? Really, really old. How many of Trump's senior presidential aides do you need to make a light bulb? None. They're meant to keep him in the dark.
They declared that I was prone to certain sorts of affectations and such, but that still, I was in my right mind. As for myself, I know that I am mad.
What would you have if you crossed a vegetable with the first president? George Washington.
The doctor prescribed me something and told me that if I followed it strictly, that I would not be troubled anymore. Oh, what I would do not to be troubled anymore. It is too tormenting. But I will tell you in due order how I came to be examined, how I lost my mind, and why my madness betrayed me.
Happy President's Day.
Hey everybody!
After numerous requests, the National Institute of Health has finally granted funds to the University of New Mexico in order to test mice for the deadly hantavirus. Although I'm sure the government would have acted a lot sooner if instead of mice, the hantavirus was killing off rich white guys. And in Brunswick, Maine, an outbreak of the deadly canine parvovirus has led to the local Humane Society killing many of its dogs. Gee, I wonder if the Humane Society would kill off victims of canine parvo if instead of dogs, they were rich old white guys. Wildlife officials in Maryland say that increased hunting will be necessary to control the state's black bear population. Gee, I wonder if hunting would be the answer if instead of overpopulation of black bears, there were an overpopulation of rich old white men. Yeah. Yeah. Then I wonder.
I feel that connection when you touch my body. I know you are something, and I can't ignore it. My friends tell me if I wanna go to the game, but what do my days like?
This is cool. So the news, we're going to talk about the news.
Right. So we have business news. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is facing a $1 billion tax bill this year. Now that's
He pays $1 billion in taxes?
in tax. That's a lot of money.
Good problem to have, right,
Yeah,
Tom?
that's not bad.
God damn.
Absolutely. $1 billion.
$1 billion, that's more than my dad made in his lifetime.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This guy's carping about that. How old is this guy?
I don't know. I think he's in his mid-20s, maybe? I have to look it up.
And most of these, I feel these rich kids are unknown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's known because of that movie.
Yeah.
But I think most of them, I think that these super billionaire guys keep themselves unknown so we don't find out and go to their house.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
He's
you
probably not the real, he's just sort of like the, there's much bigger billionaires.
You think
than
there's
these
bigger
guys?
guys?
I think they're living on an island somewhere.
Yeah.
They're just running everything.
Because when you hear about it, how much money the richest guys have,
Yeah.
nobody, I know Sandler, he doesn't have nearly that much money. You know what I mean? And he's the richest guy, and he's super rich.
Yeah, if you had, you probably don't want to make a big show.
No.
Yeah, they probably have the cure for cancer. They're probably selling all the, all the drugs that we're all taking, all the drugs. They're selling all that stuff. They got all the cures. They're living on an island.
Oh,
Some of them are
those are the that fucking introduced crack into my neighborhood last month.
You have a crack problem?
Well, now I do, because those fuckers introduced crack into the neighborhood.
Really?
And what they don't tell you about crack is, god damn, it's good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the radio station launched the day after Princess Diana died, so it was it wasn't quite the sort of fanfare and celebration.
Now
a bit like when Farrah Fawcett died, and then it was usurped by Michael Jackson.
Somebody told me the Queen murdered her.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Yes, that's well known in England. Yeah, I'd like to apologise to the Queen.
According to an obscure 14th century law, British Army Captain James Hewitt could be hanged for having an affair with Princess Diana. The punishment for having sex with Princess Diana is death. The punishment for having sex with Princess Anne is having sex with Princess Anne. In other book news, Prince Charles released an autobiography in which he states that he never loved Princess Di and that his father pressured him to marry her. The book is entitled, Of Course O.J. Did It. I mean, come on. Queen Elizabeth II visited Russia this week, becoming the first English monarch to set foot in the Soviet Union. The visit, which will last for 2 weeks, is expected to have absolutely no effect on anything whatsoever. New York City doorman Lenny Ladenhoff nearly fell over from shock when Princess Diana confided to him that she was feeling horny and invited him to drop by her hotel suite Thursday evening. Way to go, Lenny! Last week, Queen Elizabeth won 10 pounds in her country's national lottery. However, she has no plans to quit her job as Queen of England. Yeah, I knew. You think I didn't know? A blind man felt Princess Diana's face last week and said she is the prettiest woman I've ever seen. He then picked up a toilet plunger and said, "Thank you for this royal scepter. I shall treasure it always." And now a correction to a story we ran last week. Prince Charles is actually the one in the middle. So we apologize for that. Well, New Yorkers were asked in a recent survey what they thought of the new slicked-back hairdo Princess Di displayed on a recent trip to the city. 38% of New Yorkers approved, 45% disapproved, and 17% said, "You stopped me for this? Now I'm going to shoot you."
Former British cavalry officer James Hewitt, who was Lady Diana's secret lover, says he will never, ever disclose the contents of more than 100 love letters that she sent to him. This, according to Hewitt's new book, I Banged a Princess. In England, a much publicized videotape of a naked Princess Diana having sex with her lover, Captain James Hewitt, has turned out to be a fake. But on the bright side, it's still a video of two naked people having sex. The Franklin Mint has announced plans to market a Princess Diana porcelain doll. And the timing of the move has made some people very unhappy. Critics charge that the doll is in poor taste, and they're even more upset about the Franklin Mint's other new offering, porcelain landmines. You can play with them together if you want. A Tampa businesswoman who bought several of Princess Diana's gowns as a collector is now putting them on display to raise money for charity. However, her method of display is being described by many as inappropriate. Still, for 4 bits, you know, it's a good deal. Well, a sad story from Britain this week. According to the Earl of Spencer, several intruders have recently broken into his family estate in search of souvenirs from Princess Diana's grave. But the Earl says he knows just how to protect the site: landmines.
I use my time for you know what I do? I do a lot of charity work for things that people, I don't like arguing with people, you know, when they have another opinion than me. So what I do is I pick very popular opinions, and then I work for those people. Like, for instance, there was, you know the landmine big thing? Princess Diana, one of the greatest people who ever lived, she was against landmines. So tragically, she died, you know, before her landmine crusade really got rolling, you know. And of course, it was a terrible tragedy and everything like that. And then she died, and hey, how about this? Remember when she died, and then Elton John wrote that song for her, but it was the same song that he wrote for Marilyn Monroe? It seems like kind of a jip. But the king's like, hey, man, you wrote a song for my daughter? I don't know if there's a king. You wrote a song for Princess Diana? Yes. Well, you all ready? She just died an hour ago. Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote it. And here it is. She lived her life like a candle in the wind. Wait a minute. It sounds like that song you wrote about Marilyn Monroe. Well, it's a little bit, some of the same words. Well, why'd you do that? Because they're similar when you think about it. Come on. Marilyn Monroe, she was taking crazy drugs and promiscuous, running around. Man, you know, you never knew if she was going to live or die. She's just living her life crazy like a candle in the wind, you know. And Princess Di, she lived in a castle. But, you know, they're sort of the same. They were blonde. I got to go. But anyways. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that I am very against landmines. So I will go and I will make, I'll go to protests, you know, and I'll have a big sign that says, no more landmines. Because if you don't know about landmines, hey, you're educating me about stuff tonight. I'll educate you a little about landmines, you know, because there's many different causes, you know. And landmines are terrible. What they are is they put them underneath the earth, and then you step on them, and they blow you up. So I go there and I protest against them. And what's fun about it is there's very few counter-protesters. You know, there's a couple of guys out there, but clearly these guys are in the pocket of the, you know, big landmine companies in this country. You know? I don't mean to get all Bill Maher on you or anything, but if you think that the landmine companies in this country care about you, the little person, they don't care about you. They care about blowing you up when you're not expecting it. That's how they make their money. No.
The Nicolas Cage stuff is very similar, where it's just nobody can really do what he does. I also love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. You said you could do Nicolas Cage.
I cannot do Nicolas. I've heard that I heard my voice sometimes sounds like him, and I've been told I look like him sometimes. But no,
that's how I got started. Was people with that one? People said that when I was little, they thought I was his son. I mean, I don't think they thought that.
You do look like
They said,
a lot,
they are you his son?
Way more, yeah.
Let's hear your Nicolas Cage.
I don't have a Nicolas Cage.
I know you said you did.
No, I don't have a Nicolas Cage.
You told me that a Nicolas Cage that made Simon Helberg sound like shit. No, he did.
My Nicolas Cage sounds a lot like your fucking Christopher Walken.
Whatever. I don't do a very good Christopher.
You don't need to do a good one to do that.
But I am Christopher Walken. Jesus Christ. You never heard of Christopher Walken? I never heard it before either. I just assumed everyone could do it.
Everyone does it.
So I tried. How do we get him to do Nicolas Cage? I feel embarrassing.
It's hard, I know. Can you we'd love it if we could hear your Nicolas Cage.
All right, well, he does like, well, yeah, that's just wonderful to hear, and maybe on the way out we can stop in the gift shop, but right now, I don't know, I really want to find some rockets! Yahoo! There you go. He has a little bit too.
No, all right.
Well, I mean, it's not...
I didn't say I look like, I just said I've had people sometimes.
Well, that's the same thing as saying you look like him.
No, you're right.
You know, everybody always says I look like him.
I don't say always.
Whatever. You watched a lot of Nicolas Cage, right?
I did watch a lot.
You have a favorite?
He's seen every Nicolas Cage movie.
Well, no, up until like probably about 15 years ago. Well, they started getting real. Like I'm not gonna do it anymore. I can't. He was great. He's either the greatest actor in the world or the worst actor in the world.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, that was a great one.
That was like when it. Then it was like the divide came, I think, when he did the Rock, and you were sort of like, okay, this I'll accept this Michael Bay, like I'll accept this because maybe you're self-aware, but then he did Con Air, and he had that mullet and a Southern accent, and it just like all went downhill.
No, you nailed it. That's exactly when
started buying islands.
Yeah. He spent all his money on stuff.
I like islands.
Islands?
I think plural.
Wow! How much did I heard he already bought his gravesite or something, and I thought it was like a pyramid. It's like I don't know if that's.
He blew all his money on his gravesite.
It's like a giant pyramid.
Oh, like National Treasure.
Yeah,
that's another Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Nick Cage. Face Off.
Face Off.
That was,
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Briefly.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
You just went right to one where he was barely there.
Yeah. No, Raising Arizona. I don't think anything tops that for me.
You have to put it in the right file, you know, according to alphabetical order. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Oh.
But don't you find also like that that everybody's got cosmetic surgery, so there's no old guys except Bill Murray? Like, so he gets all the cool independent movies.
Even the men too? Yeah, you think the men too?
I think so. So that's what I think about Bill Murray. Everybody else gets ridiculous work done that makes them look young, and then Bill Murray gets to, look like an authentic.
Right.
Plus, he's a great actor. It's amazing that he took that route. You know, he did Razor's Edge, which was awful.
Oh yeah.
But but still it was daring.
Yep.
Project, and I guess he just had all this money from Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did the exact opposite of Dan Aykroyd. It was always funny, like
Dan just kept chasing the big movies. Yeah, and then he did that crazy sitcom where he was a priest, and you're like, what happened here?
How do you act in front of Bill Murray?
I was nervous, and then I remember my wife came and joined us, and then Jason Sudeikis came. I texted Jason like, "I'm at a bar with Bill Murray," and I was like, just suddenly then we were talking, and then I remember at one point Bill Murray was talking about Strother Martin, the actor, and how he lobbied hard to get him to host SNL.
Oh, wow.
And
wait, Strother Martin did host SNL.
Yeah, and that was, I guess, Bill Murray and Jim Downey and all these guys were like, we love Strother Martin. He should host SNL. And
do you know Strother Martin?
No, I don't know.
He was in Paul Newman movies.
Cool Hand Luke. What we got here is
right.
Yeah, but he's amazing, really funny, and he and at one point I remember I said, "Oh, Strother Martin, did he have chops?" And I just remember Sudeikis looking at me like, so I was like, I know. I've never said that before in my life. I'm so nervous right now. I want to connect to Bill Murray. It seems like a word he would use. I just said chops, and then my wife was like, we're walking back. She's like, did he have chops? And I was like, I know. I was so nervous. I wanted him to like me so bad. And she was like, yeah, it was a little bit of a push. You were pushing there.
Yeah, Bill Murray can be tough too.
He was super nice.
Seems like.
Yeah, he was super cool. He was really funny at the 40th too. That was the thing. Him and Jim wrote.
So funny.
They wrote that years ago. And I said, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah,
and Jim was like, "We wrote that. Like, it was about Jaws.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Because they wrote it when Jaws came out.
They were
That's how long ago it was. Yeah,
sitting on a sketch.
For 40 years.
I remember the 25th anniversary, and I think it was the 25th. Maybe it was the 20th. But he came out at the start and did the Lounge Singer and walked through the audience, and I mean, just destroyed everybody. Like, just was like.
Yeah.
None of you guys are funnier than me. Still.
I know. I remember when he came out, he was part of like a thing, and just how I just remember watching him, and we were all just like, God, how relaxed he is, and the confidence he has, and you're sort of like, oh wow. And I remember I was watching on the monitor, and then I was like, why am I watching this on the monitor? And I ran out on the floor, and so I ducked right next, and I sat right next to the car, just not so I was in their eye line or anything, but I just was like, I want to just see them working. That was the coolest thing.
You're just new to the whole.
I think that's part of it.
Show business thing.
Oh yeah, that.
You know what it reminds me of? I read in a book one time about Saturday Night Live, which I was on.
Yeah.
And when it started out, Chevy Chase retired, then Bill Murray came on. Mm-hmm. Nobody liked Bill Murray.
Nobody liked Bill Murray?
Unfathomable today to think that.
Shocking.
But they did not like him because he was new. You understand?
Well, I get it. I mean, that makes sense.
So what he did, it was very famous. He went on TV.
Yeah.
He talked right to the camera, right?
Yeah.
And he introduced himself to the folks.
Did it work?
Said who he was. Of course it worked.
Oh, yeah, it's Bill Murray.
He's Bill Murray. He's probably the most successful guy ever to come out of the franchise.
Hello, I'm Bill Murray. You can call me Billy, but around here everybody just calls me the new guy. I want to thank the producer, Lorne Michaels, for urging me to speak with you directly. You see, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't think I'm making it on the show. I'm a funny guy, but I haven't been so funny on the show. My friends say, how come they're giving you all those parts that aren't funny? Well, it's not the material, it's me.
Maybe you're right.
So why don't you just look at your camera and tell the folks who you are.
I'll
Introduce yourself.
I'll give it a shot. Let's see what works. I'm Adam Egat. I work at the world famous Comedy Store. I'm the manager over there. Before that, I was a manager at the Tempe Improv, and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest, and I'm not an actor, I'm not a comedian, but I'm just gonna try my best, and I'm gonna do the best I can, and I hope the people watching at home will give me a chance to I don't know, just give me a chance. And I did this as a favor to Norm. I'm not an actor and I'm not a comedian.
This guy says your face looks like a cunt.
I can't even change that. It's not the first time I've heard that, but I mean.
day. Thinking about every word that we
If you could see it in your heart to laugh whenever I say something, I don't care what it is, or if you can't laugh, think about my family and the father that I never really got to know. Now, I don't want letters. I just want to make it as a not ready for primetime player. And when that's done, I'll be able to stand here on a Saturday night in the middle of Rockefeller Plaza, New York City, New York, 10020, and say, Dad, I did it. He'd like that.
Guy goes into a dentist's office. Yeah. Dentist said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I think I'm a moth."
A moth?
A moth. He said, "What?" "I think I'm a moth." He said, "Well, you have mental problems. You need to go see a psychiatrist." He said, "I know." He said, "You're in a dentist's office." He said, "I know." He said, "What are you doing here? Why did you come here?" He said, "The light was on."
That's a good joke.
That's a great one.
Hey, what about this? Super Dave has been on the phone with me.
Super Dave
backstage.
Osborne?
The great Super Dave Osborne.
Yes.
And he's been on the phone while I'm trying to get ready to come out here.
Yes,
he keeps phoning me.
That's what he does.
And he goes,
"This is what you do. You walk out. You're wearing a pompadour. You just look at Jimmy. You don't say a thing for 5 minutes."
This is why we never invite him back anymore.
He says, "Let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1 yard line. You have the choice. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell." Then you got Kirstie Alley in the hole and Wendy O. Williams behind her. Wendy O. Williams is the...
Wendy O. Williams? He's a punk singer or something, right?
No, I think he meant Wendy Williams. But he said,
Wendy O. Williams is the lone second.
I think he was a little confused. The speech I want you to do for me is a speech from The Godfather. Where he goes to the guy that ends up with the horse's head. And he says, "Put Johnny Fontaine in this picture." And then the old guy starts saying why Johnny Fontaine will never be in this picture.
You want me to do that right now?
You remember that speech?
I remember, but I don't remember it well enough to do it. Sean,
can we
do it.
find the text?
The Godfather. What? I've never seen The Godfather.
Can we find the text on the computer?
Bravo, why do you want me to do
it, man?
You want me to act with you?
Are you getting it?
He's getting it now.
Norm
Why are you
Theater.
teasing this?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll do The Godfather.
Classic morning radio.
Yeah, The Godfather moment. And we have to do it as character.
Yeah. I'll be
Super
Robert
Dave
Duvall.
Osborne. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. We'll do that.
I'll do it as Super Dave.
And I'll do it as Super Dave.
And you do,
I'll be Fuji.
But you remember the guy, right?
Oh, I know who you're talking
He's
about.
like,
He's the one pissed off about Johnny Fontaine
really
ever working.
possessed. Yeah.
I know that one. I just don't remember the speech
What a-
well enough.
oh, it was
Why
a
are we
great
doing
speech.
this?
Oh, it's so fun.
I don't think
I'll
it
be
is.
Super Dave instead of Robert Duvall.
Can I also be Super Dave, though?
No, you have to.
We can't be
commit.
combating Super. I have to commit to this character.
You have to
All right,
commit,
we'll do
man.
it.
Where
Norm's
are you
going to
going?
reenact.
He has
Up,
to
Sean's
smoke.
done. He doesn't
The
want to see.
future's gone.
It's
Oh, you want
98.
It's over.
97.9. Zippy Phoenix.
Now it's just getting deep in here. We're
Well, then
talking
there's
philosophies
no
and
ice
ice
age.
ages.
What's
What's happening?
It was cold back then.
Norm MacDonald is joining us today with his manservant Sean O'Connor, the future of comedy.
Yeah, baby.
Who will soon have plastic surgery to be Norm, look like Norm.
I knew I should have wore a shirt.
It's the gold lame
It's a radio joke.
I really and for whatever reason, I quoted "No Country for Old Men," and now you want to do a scene from The Godfather.
Yeah, but I think we should set it up.
Yeah, you go ahead. This is your thing. You direct. No,
I've
Sean,
never
you
seen
say-
The Godfather.
You've never seen The Godfather.
I've seen every American Pie, though.
Is this one of those moments where you get in the car and you say, "I can't believe I made that guy do that"?
No, now listen. We got to set this up.
Okay.
We all remember the big scene in The Godfather was the guy wakes up with the horse's head.
Satin sheets.
Yes. You should set this up.
Is that the offer he can't refuse? Is a horse's head?
Yeah.
The sheets.
Really?
Yeah, that's the kind of the first.
That's kind of the first one. He's trying to.
So set it up.
He unfolds the one.
Yeah, but
sheet
set up
thinking-
this scene here. Johnny Fontaine is a lounge singer, sort of loosely based on Sinatra.
Yeah.
who the Godfather wants to put in this movie, but the movie producer refuses. We don't know why. Right?
Right.
I'm setting it up.
That's right. You're doing a great job.
Keep doing it.
And then, so they send the consulary, Tom Hagen, played by Robert Duvall, to go and visit this guy and try to talk him into
getting Johnny in the car.
Yeah. So Tom Hagen,
But Johnny's not having any of it.
Tom Hagen's played by Robert Duvall, and Jack Woltz plays the producer. But in this,
nobody knows who that guy is.
In this, we're doing now. I have to do.
You're the producer because this is your idea.
I wanted you to
and you're doing it as Super Dave Osborne.
Super Dave, yeah.
I'll be doing Tom Hagen as Liam Neeson.
Okay, as Liam Neeson.
Is that right?
Okay.
Because he's improv.
Yeah, because he's a big improv. Ready? Are you ready? All right, here we go. Mr. Corleone is Johnny Fontaine's grandfather. Now Italians regard that as a very close.
Wow, that's good.
Cut. You can't say that.
Take two. Cut.
You already knew how to do it.
Well, I wasn't just going to wing one.
Oh, okay.
You know how to do
I'm
Super
sorry.
Dave, right? You're not just throwing this out for the first time.
All right, take two.
It's not like I said I was going to do Paula Dean and then give it a try.
Hey, there's butter in
I
there.
have to go again? All right, here we
Yeah.
go. All right, take two. Try not to compliment me so much.
Okay.
Mr. Corleone is Johnny Fontaine's grandfather. Now Italians regard that as a very close, very sacred religious relationship.
You tell your boss he can do.
You know what?
This isn't going as well as I'd hoped.
Tell your boss he can ask for anything else, but this is one favor I can't grant him.
Mr. Corleone never asked for a second favor. Once he's refused the first. Understood?
You don't understand. Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie. That part is perfect for him. It'll make him a big star. But I'm going to run him out of the movies, and let me tell you why. Johnny Fontaine ruined one of Woltz's International's most valuable proteges. For 3 years, we had her under contract. Singing lessons, dancing lessons, acting lessons. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was going to make her a big star. And let me be even more frank. Because I want to show you I'm not a hard-hearted man. But it's not all dollars and cents with me. She was beautiful. She was young and she was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had. And I've had them all over the world. And then Johnny Fontaine comes along with his olive oil voice and his giddy charm. And she runs off. She throws it all away just to make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position cannot afford to be made to look ridiculous. Now you get the hell out of here. And if that Goomba tries any rough stuff, you tell him I ain't no band leader. Yeah, that's right, I heard the story.
Thank you very much for the dinner and a very pleasant evening. Have your car take me to the airport. Mr. Corleone is a man who insists on hearing bad news at once.
Wow, excellent.
That's it.
Amazing.
That's great. Impressions are much easier to do in small chunks. That's what we've learned.
That's why I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, damn,
you
man,
did this
you gave me
scene. You tried to give it to me.
It's like a 5-minute thing. I didn't know you
That's
talked
your
so
thing.
long.
You did great,
This was your
Norm.
scene.
It's awesome.
All right, now monologues.
You ever do a monologue?
Oh, it's awful.
Huh?
Just can't stand them. High school, they used to make
Yeah,
us
yeah,
read those awful
yeah.
monologues.
He did 14 verses of the farter from Sparta.
That was a great. I wrote it.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me.
No. So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie. Yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. I don't know about politics. All I know is yesterday it was windy.
Now, you see, to me...
You know that,
To me, Norm, this sounds like a topic you can sink your teeth into.
Yeah, exactly.
It was windy.
This is what the people really care about. Yesterday in New York, you guys know how windy it was, right? I'll tell you, it was so windy. I was walking down the street. I seen a robin. You know them robins?
Yeah.
He was pulling like a worm out of the ground.
Yeah.
Got whiplash. I never saw anything like it. You know robins pull worms out of the ground? No, I never seen a robin. But no, it
That's pretty windy, yeah?
I saw Glenn Campbell in the street. You know Glenn Campbell?
Sure, yeah.
His hair moved. It was, it was crazy.
No one's made a Glenn Campbell joke since like 1977.
Somebody made fun of Glenn Campbell's hair.
What happened? Did an old man sell that to you on the way to the show? Hey, I got one for you, Sonny. Try this one.
Yeah.
Man, Glenn Campbell's going to be watching at home like, man, I can't believe it.
Yeah. Johnny Carson put me in his will. He's not dead, though, right?
That's a windmill. It does not, in fact, pump water, but it's pretty. I think everybody can enjoy, again, sturdy steel structure. That's.
You ever tilt at it?
What's tilt at the windmill?
Yeah, I thought that's what you did to them. Wait, do you know Robert Duvall?
I do. Norm, you're killing my flow here.
I'm sorry.
You're killing my flow. Okay, here's a windmill.
Wait, you're gonna me?
Norm! Your two options were attack and fly away.
I love you. Let's bump the pit bulls.
Not salad tossing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald.
You're very kind. You know, in the, what's that? Oh, yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name. You know, when the people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine. You remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so damn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. But okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
we all had to pitch to Lorne, and then I realized early that I would pitch all like my real ideas and like I wanted to impress everybody, and I would give like, and then this happens, and then this is the joke, and then this is, and the big twist is this at the end. So then when it got to the table for table read in front of like 40 people, no one laughed because I did the sketch in the room, and then I realized like a couple months in there was the art of the fake pitch, and like Kevin Nealon and Norm Macdonald, it was like a contest every week to see who could come up with the fucking weirdest fake pitch that the host believed was actually happening, and the rest of the room knew. We all knew it wasn't. Lorne knew it wasn't.
That's awesome.
But I remember like Kevin Nealon every week would do 2 fake pitches and go, also I have this idea where you live at the top of one of those runaway truck ramps, you know, in your house all the way up there. And just, yeah, it's like dinner time. A truck comes flying through your house, man. And the host would go, yeah, this is funny. I mean, but every week. And we would all just be laughing so hard. And the host is looking around like, yeah, that is funny, right? But we're laughing because the host is a fucking moron. And then Norm, I remember, it was Bob Newhart goes, I got this idea. People always confuse literally and figuratively. A guy will go, hey, how was that movie you just saw, you know? And I go, oh, my God. It was so funny. I literally laughed my head off. But hey, he didn't, you know, because he's got a head still. And Bob Newhart just stared at Norm like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. And then Norm, like a dog with a chew toy, was like, I'm not leaving this room until unlock the doors like a prison movie.
He's going to break them?
Like, yeah. And he goes, or you go, hey, how's your wife? Well, she literally died when she got your message. She literally dropped dead right there on the floor. She's died. She literally died, and like in like now, he's moving like closer.
Did Newhart break at a certain point?
Yeah, eventually he just fucking won. And then that week, Norm did a sketch where he was Charles Kuralt, and he was the only. It was just Charles Kuralt alone talking to camera, and we're all like in full Charles Kuralt makeup, unrecognizable, and you're like, his fake sketches were better than anything I ever actually got on air.
He's amazing, isn't he? He's an amazing guy.
He is amazing.
NORM MACDONALD story. We were filming a sketch. Now, before, when we first got Saturday Night Live, NORM MACDONALD sat us all down, the cast, and he goes, listen, I'm the update guy, okay? Now, if I want to do a sketch, I'm like the star, and I don't want it, but I'm getting it on. Don't write any of your sketches and put me in them. Don't put me in any of your gay sketches. That's what he said. He goes, but be prepared. If I'm doing a sketch, it's getting on. All right. 2 years later, he doesn't do any sketches. He just does the update. Pamela Anderson comes on. Now, whenever a beautiful woman would come on, Chris Kattan would always write a sketch where he gets to make out with the girl. And he'd always over-flirt with her, like,
oh my God, you're so sexy, you're hot, I want to sex you up, think you're cute, I want to go on a date, you single, I want to hot, you're sexy.
Which was weird, because I always swore that he lived in the closet. Not that I care. No. I'm just saying, I always, you know, you're like, well, you sure? You can tell me if you want. Because he was very, he's very flamboyant, and he would always bring up gay in conversation, which was, to me, weird. You know, it's like,
you're like, oh my God, I was watching football, and I don't know, it just started making me feel gay. You ever feel that way?
No. Not really. But if it makes you, you know, all right. And I took that as a hint, you know, because like a pot smoker will hang out with a group, and they'll go, and there's always one that drops the little hint to test the crowd. You're like, yeah, so if we go out tonight, it'd be weird. You know, I don't really smoke pot, but, you know, maybe tonight if someone's got nothing. But I would never do that, you know, because it's weird. It's drugs and stuff. But you automatically know, like, oh, okay, he's looking for, I'll talk to you when no one's around. So I didn't know if Catan was that guy. I'm like, oh my God, because he'd say it a lot. I'm like, oh my God, I was on an airplane. I don't know, I just felt gay. Not me, but, you know, whatever, knock it out. So, Pamela Anderson, she's on the show, and she goes on, and we're getting ready to do a sketch. Now, when we read a sketch, we try it out on Wednesday. Wednesday, you want to read it, sell it, and try to get it to be picked up to work on for the week. Now, Norm MacDonald is playing the guy from the Twilight Zone. I don't remember his name, but the sketch is like, imagine, if you will, another place and time. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. So, but Norm, this is how he reads the sketch. He goes, hey, imagine, if you will, another place and time. Twilight Zone, yeah, pig faces. And well, they picked the sketch up, and they put me, Catan, and Sherry O'Terry in the sketch, okay? Now, it's Saturday. It's Saturday, the day of the show. We go on the floor, and if Catan wasn't starring in a sketch, he'd start nitpicking at other cast members. And he started busting on Norm. He's like, oh my God, Norm, Jesus. You don't even sound like the guy. You're not gonna get this. It's not gonna get picked up. Why are you acting that way? I mean, sound like the guy. Pamela, you're so hot. You're so sexy. Tommy Lee, I'm bigger than Tommy Lee. Me and you can hang out with suck face. God, Norm, you're awful. Sound like him. And the whole time I'm looking at Norm like, you're not gonna do anything. I've seen you be so rude. You're not gonna say something to Catan. You're gonna let him pick on you? And he's just looking at her, like, yeah. Nothing happens. Now's the dress show. On Saturday Night Live, there's a live show, and there's a dress show. The dress show, they film the whole show. God forbid something happens, they have a show in the can. But also, they do a lot of sketches because you're trying to get on. Sketches are gonna get cut, and then you only see the live version. So we're working our ass off for the dress show. Packed crowd. Ready to go. 1 minute for the Twilight Zone. Norm MacDonald, Chris Catan, Jim Brewer, Sherry O'Terry to the floor. We get on the floor as a crowd, our mics are on. Swear to God, Catan's going, God, Norm, where'd you hear this guy? You sound terrible. I can do impression better. Did you work on it? Pamela, you're so hot. I'm gonna suck face and rub up against you, and me and you are gonna hang out and suck your face. You go in the party, we're gonna hump and hang out and dry hump your leg at the party. 30 seconds. God, Norm, you're never gonna get this. God, try. Aren't you guys concerned? We're not gonna get on the air. 10 seconds. I'm gonna bam, I'm gonna feel you and I'm rub up against your butt and hot and... Go! Norm MacDonald. Hey, imagine, if you will, another place and time, and that's the same thing. And I went, I can't believe this is where you want to try to knock it out. And he just let it go like that. Now, when the show's over, you walk into Lorne Michaels' room. And when you go in there, there's a billboard. And it shows you what sketches are on. And when we walk in, go ahead, I'll wait for you. When we walk in, take your time, it's over there. And when we first walk in, it says the Twilight Zone sketch. I'm like, wow, how did that make it? So here we are, live show, monologue. Pamela Anderson comes out, first sketch of the night. 1 minute for kickoff of the show. Jim Brewer, Sherry O'Terry, Chris Catan, Will Ferrell. Not Will Ferrell. Norm MacDonald. All that stuff. So we get there, live show. 1 minute to live on the air. Catan starts. God, Norm, you're like terrible. We got 1 minute. You're gonna sound terrible on national television. Don't you care? Oh my God, you don't even care? Don't you feel gay? God, what's wrong with you? And I can't believe, I'm getting mad that he's trying to throw Norm off his game. It's live TV. And then, oh my God, Pamela, you go on the party, you're hot, I'm gonna sex you up. 30 seconds.
God, Norm, where'd you hear him? It's terrible. Why don't you stay at the update desk?
20 seconds.
Pamela, you're so hot.
15 seconds. Norm had a cigarette. Puts it out. 10 seconds. Hey, Catan. By the way, if everyone didn't know, Catan's gay, but he doesn't tell anyone he's gay. And that's why he's this angry little bitch, and he just takes it out on everyone, and he tries to hit on Pamela Anderson, who you know would never be with you. She went Tommy Lee. 5 seconds. So why don't you just come out of the closet and admit you're gay and you wouldn't live a lie, you little bitch? We're on! Imagine if you will. Another pacing time.
Little kid walking down the hall of his house.
Yeah.
Hears screaming in his parents' bedroom. Opens the door. There's his father dressed only in chaps. His mother's dressed in a cheerleading outfit, no underwear. They're really having fun. What's going on? He said, oh, don't worry, sweetheart. We're just having fun. Go back to bed. I'll be down there and tuck you in a minute. 20 minutes later, father walks down the hall. He hears screaming in the kid's bedroom. Opens the door. There's his kid having sex with his grandmother. He says, Billy, what are you doing? He said, it's not so funny when it's your mother, is it?
The stylings of Super Dave Osborne in studio. Norm MacDonald and his brother Neil MacDonald on tour together sometime very soon. Norm's in town at Zany's. Zany's all weekend. Zany's.com.
Are you in Zany's in Chicago?
Yeah, you know that place?
Of course, that's a great place.
How do you know it?
I don't.
I knew he was going to
But you know something? Any place that's called Zany's is great.
Yeah, that's
I thought comedians were supposed to do witty repartee and not tell jokes.
Ooh. That's Neil MacDonald talking to Super Dave right now. Once again, the
You know
question.
what? I
Neil
gotta say
MacDonald is
something.
a blank.
May I say something?
That's the old match game stuff. Norm used to sit in front of the television and watch match games. We only had.
I've been in this business a while, and I've never heard anybody say what he just said. I've never heard anybody say witty. Even in class, when I was a class clown,
What about the witty badinage?
the teacher never stopped me like that. I've heard witty repartee before, but that's silent.
No, but aren't you supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
Show.
Wait a minute. Neil said a word. Wait.
Bring this thing right off the air. If you got anybody listening, I'll just stop it.
Neil, I heard you say something that I hadn't heard ever. Would you say that last line again that Super Dave was talking about?
Aren't comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage? You know, the witty back and forth. What happened to that?
Badinage is like a badminton term.
I said you weren't listening at the first part of the show when I did my repartee badinage. Whatever the hell you're talking about.
Badinage. But Norm, it was so funny. Norm, as like a real friend, you tried to explain to me in the studio, you go like, it's like a badminton game. You know, it's like,
it is a badminton term originally. Yeah.
Now why did you say badminton?
Yeah, Neil MacDonald, Norm's brother. Why didn't you say badminton? Make it easy for us.
No, badinage is a badminton term.
A tournament. Yeah. Badinage.
No, I'm actually funnier than Norman. He's just got the professional kit.
Do you think that's why you haven't called each other back? Is that why there's some hatred
I was
there?
reluctant to come on this show because I'm going to get a lot of calls now, you know.
Norm is hysterical. I'm going to go to Zany's. How do I get there?
All right, here's how you get to Zany's. You go to Zany's, there's Super Dave. You go to Zany's tonight through Saturday. Norm will be there. Zany's in St. Charles. Then tomorrow and Saturday, Zany's in Vernon Hills. Zany's.com, Super Dave.
And Norm's brother Neil will be at a badminton event.
Neil, say goodbye to Norm.
Goodbye, Norm.
Say goodbye to Super Dave. Hey,
Talk
by the
to you
way,
again in a few years.
wait a second now. See, tell him you'll call him back.
Sure, man. I'll call.
No, you won't.
Of course.
Will you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, can I give Super Dave Neil's number?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, don't do that.
What am I going to call Neil for? You know, what am I going to do? I'm in a good mood. I don't want to blow the whole thing.
No, he can call me up and we can trade bars, you know.
We're at an all-time low in world opinion, and I'm going to call Neil to pep me up.
He just said.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? What's your badminton term today? What's your term of the day that I can take with me all day and pep me up?
No. Call me anytime.
I am going to give Super Dave.
Neil.
I'm giving you the number. He said
Neil ought to be on Match Game.
It's a match game. Neil ought to be on match game. Hey, he said, by the way.
I'll take Neil to win.
He said.
He's a
What
super
did the
blank.
cat say when it came out of the pet shop going meow?
What did what?
No, he's going to tell a joke now. Go ahead. It's going to be good.
Norm, you know what? I don't know how you wound up funny. That's all I can tell you. I have no concept. You must have run away from home when you were 3. Do you have any other funny brothers and sisters? Get them all on the phone. We could destroy Brandmeier forever.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to hear the joke, man.
Go ahead, Neil.
Come on, Super. Tell me the joke.
You have a joke, Neil?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
No, he said, do you have a joke, Neil?
No, I'm not telling Neil another joke.
No,
You have to pay me.
All right, Neil.
Yeah, I do. I got one.
Tuesday. Come and pay him.
I got one.
Oh, wait.
The priest is checking into a hotel, and he says to the woman behind the counter, I assume the porn channel in my room is disabled. And she says, no, it's regular porn, you sick bastard.
The comedy stylings of Neil MacDonald, Norm's older brother, Super Dave Osborne, blown off the map today by that. Wow. Hey, Super, let me hear you.
I have a joke.
Yeah. Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, "Okay, what do you want your telegram to read?" So the dog goes, "Woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free?" And then the dog goes, "No, that wouldn't make any sense."
I love Norm MacDonald. I gotta tell you, I love him. Because he'll do that at the dinner table too. Hey, here's one. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best. Hey, Neil, are you off the phone?
Neil, will you get off the phone so Super can tell his
Yeah,
joke?
I just finished writing down that great porn joke, Neil. I won't have to put my finger in my mouth if I get sick to my stomach anymore.
I told you I'm not a professional.
A guy calls. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best friend. He said, "You got to meet me at a bar. I got to talk to you." So they go to a bar. He starts drinking. He drinks so much he throws up on his shirt. He says, "Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go home. She's going to scream and she's probably going to hit me." His friend says, "Don't worry about a thing. Tell her you had one drink. The guy next to you overdrank, got sick, and threw up in your shirt. And to prove it, he put $10 in your pocket to get it clean. I'm putting $10 right in there." He said, "You're brilliant." He goes home. He says, "I'm home." She comes downstairs and starts screaming at him. He said, "Listen to me. I had one drink, but a guy at the bar got sick, threw up in my shirt, and to prove it, he put $10 in my pocket to get it clean." She reaches in. She says, "There's $20 here." He says, "I know. He also crapped in my pants."
Super Dave Osborne. Super Dave Osborne. And Norm MacDonald in the studio and his fabulously funny brother Neil MacDonald in Washington, D.C., award-winning journalist. Neil.
Okay, hey, and Norm, happy birthday. You're great. You're the greatest. Good luck at Zanies, and I hope that we get together.
Oh, you're going to hang up again.
No, yeah, wait a minute. Wait a second. You know what I would love to do? I would love to do some more botanage.
He's a great Canadian. Norm's a great Canadian. He'll probably be mad at me for saying that.
Let's do some botanage.
He's a great Canadian.
What is botanage?
Are comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
What did you say, Super?
Who cares if he's a great Canadian?
Oh, Super Dave worked in Canada.
I worked for 12 years in Canada. I'm a great Canadian.
Neil, that's a point you could answer. What is the big deal if he is a good Canadian?
What was he doing in Canada, running around in that weird flight suit?
Super Dave was working in Canada.
I did Bizarre, which was the first series in the history of cable, and then I did Super Dave. Yeah, I was running around in that weird flight suit, A-Wipe. That's what I was doing.
Is that an Arab name, A-Wipe?
While you were sitting at home going, what? What is that? Why aren't I watching the Canadian news?
That sounded like Rickles.
I know, I did for a minute.
While you were at home going,
I'm sorry, I got to
While you were at home,
let me apologize. I said I'm sorry.
While you were at home, sitting with a rake, going, bah.
I said I'm sorry.
I know, but Norm said that was very Ricklish.
I said I'm sorry.
He said,
what do you want me to do?
Neil,
I got caught up.
Oh.
Let me explain something to you. Neil can bring things out of you don't normally do.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah. You know what, guys?
If I was captured, I'd rather have bamboo under my fingernails than have Neil come in and talk to me.
No, if I was captured, I'd want to be in a room with Super Dave. I would.
I just love this.
I wanna kiss you, can we told me that we should go our separate ways, but now my life without
You know, I just think it's interesting that Neil worked in Washington.
Yes.
Which was in the United States, while Super Dave worked in Canada.
Isn't that interesting? Super?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's quite an observation there, Norm.
You were both countries away from each other while you. This is probably the way you're going to stay now, isn't it?
What night are you going to be at Zany's?
What night are you going to be at Zany's?
Tonight and tomorrow and Saturday.
I think he's
And
still.
are you on the road now? When do you come home?
I come home in 12 or 14 days, I think.
Where do you go after Zany's?
I go.
I'm gonna be on Canadian television tonight. Almost like you don't care.
No, we care. We love Canada. We love it. What time are you going to be on, Neil MacDonald, Norm's brother?
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
On the
Canadian.
National.
They're on the Canadian national television.
Yeah.
Super. You got satellite dish?
Yeah, I got a satellite dish.
Well, you might want to watch that.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, you might want to.
I really might. I might. There's a lot of things I might want to do.
You know what I would love?
I'm going to be doing a piece on the economy there, Super.
Oh, well, that ought to be quick. What are you going to say? It's not so bad.
No, I'm going to say the.
You know, this is worse than 1929. In case you're interested.
No, I'm going to say that, you know, after spending 5 years in this country, being told that I'm from a socialist nation, I'm going to be talking about how the United States government is nationalizing banks and taking over companies and putting trillions of dollars of public money into bailouts. Nothing socialist about that, right?
No, that's interesting. Now, here's the thing. When I did my shows in Canada, the Canadian dollar was 63 cents. And now it's more than the American dollar.
You mean when you were just running around with that crazy suit on?
Oh, you know what, Johnny B?
What?
That did it.
What? No, wait a minute.
That did it.
No.
That was your farewell thing to me, and that's it. I'm going now, and I'm going to take my clothes off and play badminton.
Neil's badmintage. Neil, say goodbye to Super Dave. Neil's say goodbye to Super Dave.
All right, Super.
Goodbye, Neil. Are you leaving?
Nice talking to you, buddy.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
He wants to.
Getting off?
But we got to keep in touch, you and I. I think we're friends now.
He wants to hear you hang up.
What?
He wants to hear you, Neil. He wants to hear you hang up. So
I'm
go ahead.
not hanging up.
No, Neil is.
Have you ever done anything in your long and storied career that you consider specifically to be in bad taste as you look back on it? Maybe at the time you thought it was a good play, but you look back on it and you think that was in bad taste.
Well, sometimes, like in stand-up, I'll do jokes that are like one time I was doing this thing in San Francisco, and they were all gay people in the audience. They told me, so I figured I'll do.
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
No.
So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son," you know? And so I was saying, that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know? It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, "Hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know, a first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and, oh yeah, he loves cock." You know? This kid. He can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass, his kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to you.
To watch the maturation of you as an artist, to realize it took you 9.5 minutes to get around to the sucking cock stuff. It's beautiful to see you comfortable in your own skin, Normie. All right.
One time I saw, you ever see a gay pride parade? That's taking a little too far to be being proud or something like that. Because, you know, that's just what you are, man. You're gay. How can you be proud of that? You know what I mean? That's like saying, "Hey, man, I'm proud of being in English." God damn. I gotta tell you something. I speak English. I can't tell you. My heart wells with pride about that, man. I talk English every goddamn day. I don't get that. How can you be proud of that? I went to that gay pride parade, man. I seen a guy, they have the parents of the gay guys, you know. God bless them, man. Because some of these guys,
And they hold these banners and say, I'm proud of my gay son, you know? Some of these motherfucking guys, you know, you can tell they were in the war and shit, you know? They never thought they'd be out with a banner saying, I'm proud of my gay son. You know, the mothers are nice, the guys are like, kind of proud of them, I guess. But seriously, are they actually, you know, bragging about their son being gay? Or they down at work, hey, Billy, man, I gotta tell you something about Jimmy. God damn, we're so proud of him. He graduated Harvard last year, first in the class. God damn smart kid, man. He's articling now, you know, over in the Cambridge area. Oh, my God, next year he should be a full partner. Oh, hey, did I mention he sucks cock? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this guy loves cock in his mouth, his ass. It's unbelievable. Here, I got a picture of him here. Yeah, here's the guy with 5 cocks in his mouth. Right there, look at that. God damn, that guy. I don't know how he does it, but I am just so proud of that picture. That's the picture I'm most proud of. Him blowing 5 dudes.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
I find like some things are too. I have some beliefs that are too inflammatory to even discuss, unfortunately.
Because of the way they'll be taken.
Because there are certain things in society that you're not allowed to believe or speak publicly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll just never say them. I'll just leave them in my little head. But mostly, I find all these things ridiculous. And I hate that we forced people into, first of all, I hate that we force people into identifying themselves by little tiny, because we oppress people, we further oppress them by forcing them to identify themselves as what I consider less than human. So if someone says, I am proud to be black, I go, that's too bad for that guy, because it's a retarded thing to be proud of. We see it with white power. If someone says, I'm proud to be white, we see how ridiculous that sounds. Mm-hmm. But we don't see it when a person says, because they've been oppressed, I'm proud to be black. But it is ridiculous. We've pushed them into a corner where now they're going to spend their whole life identifying themselves by the pigment of their skin, which is a sad waste of life. Or if you say, I'm proud to be gay, that's what I am, and that's how I'll live my life. Well, boy, you're really limiting yourself there, and it's too bad. And I know you've been forced into it by being pushed down and oppressed, but it's still very, very sad. And I don't think of myself as Canadian, and I think it's a terrible thing to say you're proud to be a Canadian or proud to be an American. I think all that stuff is nonsense. You're proud to be. You may as well be proud to have lungs. You know, you didn't accomplish nothing. You know, you're just born somewhere, or you know, you were just born with a skin that's a certain color, or born, you know, with a sexual attraction to a certain type of person. That stuff's it's all just little miniature things in life that are so unimportant. And when people try to tell me that God is not important, but that this nonsense is important, I couldn't disagree more.
This nonsense being life.
Not being life, being the tiny gossip of life. Like to me, saying I'm proud to be Asian, you may as well say I'm proud to have a green shirt. I don't know what the fuck you're so proud of.
Pick one of your favorite deadly sins.
Well, gluttony. I remember one time a preacher that I used to know when I was a young boy, and he said he always driving his bicycle. You know, here and there and here again. I was driving his bicycle.
So, what's going on?
I was going to tell you a story.
I know, but
it has to do with this.
Okay.
And he's a good man, pious man. And one day, his bicycle went missing. So my daddy said to him, Bert, that was his name. We weren't Catholic, you know, he just called the preacher by his first name. Bert, I think I know how to find out who stole your bicycle. How would I do it? When you're talking, when you're doing your sermon next week, you just go through the 10 Commandments. You just go through the 10 Commandments from 1 to 10. And when you hit number 8, thou shalt not steal, you look at the congregation and you'll see somebody. See doing this here, you know. Fiddling with his glasses. That's your thief. I'll do it, Bert says. So my daddy told me that story, and I was really hankering to see that speech that Bert was going to say that day. So he goes through the 10 Commandments. Starts from 1 right down to 10. Now he gets to 8 and speeds right through it. Speeds right through 8. My daddy said, "What the hell?" So afterwards, you get outside. Bert, what in earth happened? Number 8 was the one you were supposed to go. You know, why'd you speed through it? Bert says, "Well, I'll tell you why. When I came to number 7 in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not commit adultery. By golly, I remember where I put my bike." He was fucking Widow McClanahan.
Well, then it's not adultery. She's a widow.
No, but he's a man of the cloth.
Oh, he's a Catholic. He's a priest.
No, he's a reverend, but we have our, you know.
So that's how we got there from the 7 deadly sins. Okay.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
So that's where I would inform myself. I would take, I was trying to take you, I would take lust.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have most for. Lust for power. Lust for money, lust for your glasses.
Nice.
Lust for your hat. Would you ever do that? Just take in the back of your mind and just talk a regular conversation, but in the back of your mind you're coveting something.
It gives you an intention.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've ever used covet, but it gives you an intention to play.
Yeah.
Because in improvisation, you're always, you don't have a script.
No, I know.
And all you have to do is listen to what the other person said, but it gives you a point of view. So it helps, drive the scene forward. It's like having a secret.
Would you suggest this for any actor improvisational classes?
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Good stage muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did stand up, and it's kind of the opposite. It's you know what I mean? You're talking to the audience. You don't have anybody to talk to. You kind of have the audience. You're just keeping them at bay. You know what I mean?
You don't feel like you're in communion with the audience when you're doing stand up?
Well, now I do because I just speak to the audience. But before that, no. It's I mean, if you do a Second City show and 3 minutes, 4 minutes go by without a laugh, that's okay. On stage doing stand-up, that ain't okay.
Not okay, unless you're telling a really interesting story.
Yeah.
Or a nice joke about a preacher.
Goddamn, who doesn't like them preachers?
Make the water there. It's a franchise. They got 20 of them now in America.
They make water.
They make the water, they make the bagels, and the secret is the water. It's the best
I thought
bagel.
only God made water.
Only God. There's a new product out called powdered water. What do you mix it with?
I bought some powdered water, but I don't know what to add.
It's like when the writing and the performing match, it works. So if his writing is stoned writing and his performance is stoned performing, it works. If like what's the guy, Stephen Wright. If Stephen Wright didn't look so smart and, bald-headed and like he had a big brain on stage and he talked slow, then it wouldn't match his material, you know?
I bought this thing for my car. You put it on your car. It sends out this little noise so when you drive through the woods, deer won't run in front of your car. I installed it backwards by accident. Driving down the street with a herd of deer chasing me. I remember when I was a fetus, I used to sneak out at night when my mother was sleeping. I thought to myself, now's the time I should start stealing some stuff since I don't have any fingerprints. I was driving down the street 100 miles an hour for no reason. The police stopped me for speeding. They said, "Why are you going so fast?" I said, "Why? I had my foot to the floor." It sends more gas through the carburetor. It makes the engine go faster. The whole car just takes off like that. I said, "See this right here? See this? This steers it." Yeah, it's a small world, but I wouldn't want to paint it. So I'm laying there, and she says to me, "Let me ask you this." And I said, "What?" And she said, "If you could know how and when you were going to die, would you want to know?" And I said, "No." She said, "Forget it then." Every morning I get up and I make instant coffee and I drink it so I'll have enough energy to make the regular coffee. Thinking about my grandfather and how he had a special rocking chair built that would lean forward rather than backwards so he could fake interest in any conversation. Woke up this morning, I was folding my bed back into a couch and I almost broke both my arms because it's not one of those kind of beds. Bought a cordless extension cord. One time I went through a stop sign, they stopped me. They said, "Why do you go through the sign?" I said, "Hey, I don't believe everything I read." Doesn't matter what temperature a room is, it's always room temperature. I'm gonna get a tattoo over my whole body of me but taller. I've been getting into astronomy, so I installed a skylight. People who live above me are furious. So I'm planning a trip to Spain, so I bought an album that teaches you the language. You put the album on, you put headphones on, you learn the language while you're sleeping. During the night, the record skipped. I get up the next day, I could only stutter in Spanish. I have an air conditioner in the window of my house. Last summer I turned it around the other way. I turned it off full blast and it got cold out. Watched the weather that night. They said it was supposed to be warm. I don't understand. And I was like this.
Try and crack your code every day. Thinking about every word that we.
We passed a gas station. There were two signs in the window: help wanted, self-service. So I went in and hired myself. So I get out of the bed. I figured I'd go for a walk. She said, "How long are you going to be gone?" I said, "The whole time." When I was out in the middle of the desert, a UFO landed. 3 1-inch tall guys get out. They walked over to me. I said, "Are you really 1 inch tall?" They said, "No, we're really very far away." I remember the day the candle shop burned down. Everybody just stood around and sang happy birthday. So I get off the plane and I forgot to undo my seatbelt and I'm pulling the plane through the terminal. And the wings are knocking people over. And then I almost broke both my arms trying to hold open a revolving door for a woman. I remember when I was 7, my grandmother said, "Stephen, come over here." And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You know, you're over there, now come over here." I said, "All right." And then she said, "Here's $10 and don't tell your mother that I'm giving this to you." And I said, "It'll cost you more than that." I got a new dog. He's a paranoid retriever. He brings back everything because he's not sure what I threw him. One time, right in the middle of a job interview, I took out a book and I started reading. The guy said, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "Let me ask you one question. If you were in a vehicle and you were traveling at the speed of light, and then you turned your lights on, would they do anything?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Forget it then, I don't want to work for you." My theory of evolution is that Darwin was adopted. I was 5 years old watching TV. Only you can prevent forest fires. Oh no. Every night out the window with a bucket of water. The ice cream truck in my neighborhood plays helter skelter. One time I went to the drive-in in a cab. The movie cost me $95. I've been arrested several times. I can't wait to be arrested and go all the way to the witness stand. If you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, you are ugly. Woman in the jury, I'd really like to sleep with her. Should I keep going or are you going to ask me questions? If you shoot a mime, should you use a silencer? My grandmother was also insane. She had pierced hearing aids. Unscented perfume. Came in a little empty bottle. Then I tried to hang myself with bungee cord. I kept almost dying. And then I went into a store and I tried to buy something to put underneath the coasters. My uncle was a clown for Ringling Brothers Circus. And when he died, all his friends went to the funeral in one car. My favorite chair is a wicker chair. It's my favorite chair because I stole it. I was at a party, a very crowded party where no one was looking. I went over to it and I unraveled it.
The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping. Jim, the other day, he, very nice guy, Jim Ping, he...
oh, they really do exist. What is this thing you're doing with your face?
Oh, it's...
Do you have allergies?
No, I'm not used to these glasses, but he was very nice.
So you think that's going to help?
And he lent me... is that the face I'm making?
Well, one time I thought you were joking around. You were looking at me like...
Ping? That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Lent me his abacus
I want to do this.
Jesus! Oh, come on, that's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That's kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have a
but
little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing, like you just did, in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead. I was just doing like someone.
I like Audrey Hepburn. I don't think of her. I don't whack off when I think of her, but she had style.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for saying something that's been on my mind for a long time.
You like her too?
Sure.
She was class.
No, I was thinking about. Why?
Audrey Hepburn had class, but Katharine Hepburn could hang with the fellas.
Thank you. That was a better time back then, right? It wasn't. So don't get me started.
No, it was a worse time. You know why?
They took care.
Because they had separate water fountains for the black people and the Chinese people. What? And what did they do back then?
Segregated water fountains you're talking about. I know you're just kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Well,
they
yeah,
had
but everybody
segregated
knows.
water fountains.
Now, I know you're not kidding about the event of it happening, but I know you're kidding. Of course, everybody knows that.
I'm saying it's a bad thing.
Well, of course it was a bad thing.
Yeah. But
answering to my
question. It existed, as did the Holocaust.
Norm has a CD. It's called Norm MacDonald. Ridiculous. It's coming out September 12th. It's a comedy CD, of course. And you got some famous people, a.k.a. friends of yours, to do some bits on there with you. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Some of my friends did it. So it was
Will
fun.
Ferrell, correct?
Yeah, the great Will Ferrell was in it. He was kind enough to do it.
Molly Shannon?
Yes, the great Molly Shannon was in it. She was kind enough. Some of this will be repetitious.
Is Tim Meadows great, or is he superb?
Tim Meadows is a real talent.
You got John Lovitz on there?
Yeah.
You ever see that guy play softball, by the way? Speaking of baseball and hats, you ever see him hit the ball?
I've seen him do stand-up. He tried starting stand-up when he was 50.
Really? What about those Subway commercials? That's kind of...
Yeah, it's great. He got a catchphrase for the first time in 18 years.
And what's the catchphrase?
Eat fresh.
Oh, eat fresh. And he gets to wear a bathrobe on TV.
Yeah.
I buy Subway sandwiches.
No, he's a really funny guy. He's hysterical.
How long?
Up here? Yeah, no, I listened to that show, actually. Yeah.
What did you play tennis with John Lovitz? What is that?
No, I played tennis with John Lovitz. Goes every day to the Beverly Wilshire and well, it's an expensive Beverly Hills hotel. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, the guy there, the coach is Alex Almeida, who's a Peruvian tennis player from old, and he very good. He played, he beat Ron Laver 3 times.
Right.
And so he's 60 or whatever, but a Peruvian 60.
Does that mean he's a young 60 or
yeah,
an old 60? He's a young 60.
Yes, sexy.
Peruvian 60, I like that.
Yeah, Peruvian 60. So you could still imagine him with a lady.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my father when he was 60, it would be hard to imagine.
Yeah.
But a Peruvian, you can imagine. You can easily imagine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because my father, he doesn't know. He'd get you a Casio watch to a lady. That would be his thing. But these guys, they're more champagne on your spine, my darling. It's a whole different thing. Anyways, so it has nothing to do with his way with the ladies, the story. But John Lovitz got lessons from him every single day at this hotel.
Yeah.
So then he told me that he was really good at tennis. So I was like, I could beat you.
You just assume you can beat John Lovitz in anything, right?
Yeah. Because I played tennis 4 times.
Yeah.
I figured that's about what it would take to beat John Lovitz. So I said, yeah, I'll play it, And he goes, you'll never beat me. I play everybody. What are you talking about? I go, no, I'll play anything you want. So I go to the place, and I'm in my jeans and a leather jacket. I don't have clothes for tennis. I only played 4 times. So I get there, and they give me a club and everything, and a tennis racket. And I know, clearly, I'm going to beat John Lovitz. So we start playing, and, I just keep tinking them over a little bit, the little backspin, near the net, whatever that shot's called. So Lovitz lumbers over, and he can never get to it. And so I just beat him like 6-0 in the first set. So he starts thinking I'm doing something illegal by tinking it over the net.
The backspin backhand or whatever? Yeah.
He's never seen this. He thinks you're supposed to hit it to him.
Oh.
So he starts complaining because he's like, I play Alex and I can beat him. He's talking about beating Alex Almeida, the pro, the tennis
60-year-old Peruvian. Yeah.
He thinks. So I said, well, what? He goes, I beat him. I play him every day. And I go, well, Lovitz, this, a tennis pro is one of their big skills is they hit the ball so it will land on your racket.
Right.
So wherever you're standing, the ball is right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not true. Then he was convinced that I could beat Alex Almeida. He said, you've never seen anything like this, Alex. He tinks it over the net. So this is Lovitz. So then I played, and then he wanted to really win, and he kept playing me, and I said, oh, God. So one day I was like, he was getting so angry and everything, so I let him win one game.
Yeah.
And then he quit. He retired.
On top.
Yeah, calling himself the champ.
Like John Elway.
Yeah, exactly. He won one game. He goes, doesn't matter. It's whoever won last. That's what they do in boxing. And I was saying, well, boxing, they do have to defend them, but whatever.
That's funny.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind. Still in line.
What happened the time you and Norm MacDonald played tennis? There's a story that he showed up in a leather jacket and jeans.
Yeah, I know. I know. He tells that story, and I don't know why he's so into it.
Oh, it's
But
a funny
all the
visual.
time.
It's a funny visual. Him
Well,
dressed like
it's-
that.
What he left out is that we're playing, and he I play all the time. He never plays, right? But he can get the ball, but he dinks it back, and he has no rhythm. Anyway, when someone just floats every ball, if you're not used to it, you can't get any rhythm, and it's just hard to play. So he won, but what he left out was after every point, he'd leave the court for a minute and brag to his assistant about how, look what just happened. Then he'd come back 1 point, he'd leave again. So I go, Norm, do you want to play? And he just kept leaving. It was very frustrating, and so he won. So then I said to my coach, I go, how do you beat a guy like that? It's so frustrating. The ball's just, and my teacher's guy, Alex Almeida, who's you're into sports. Look him up. He was a champion college player, Wimbledon champion, Rod Laver, Emerson, who won Wimbledon. He's in the Hall of Fame from Peru. Great guy. So he said, just step in and take it early. And I go, could you beat someone like that? He goes, are you kidding? I'd kill him. So I go, all right, fine. So then we played again, and then I just, I creamed him and I beat him. So also, I wasn't trying as hard the first set because he was, he's not as good. So I'm just taking it easy. But then
And he was wearing jeans and a leather jacket.
Well, he beat you 6-0 the first time, didn't he?
6-0?
No, he wasn't wearing. I don't remember what he was wearing. He didn't beat me 6-0. He's full of crap.
That's what he told him.
So then we played again, and then I beat him quite easily. And he goes, let's play again. I said, no, I don't play you again. Because when I knew he'd want to play after I beat him, the last time we played, I beat him, and that's that.
Give us a good league
but
of
he cheats, and he's not fun to play with.
Of course.
So he tells this story,
Right. Give us a good league of their own story. Lovitz! Just back off for a second.
Hey, he's being Lovitz. This is what Lovitz does.
I know. This is what he does. Him and Norm, both of them. Give us a good league of their own story.
Now I'm just doing it to be funny. Yeah.
No.
Come on.
You got to be careful asking because from what I hear from the movies, all comedians will go into, well, a family goes into a talent agency, and they say, we've got this great act.
Right. This guy, they came to me to do that movie. He's talking about the Aristocrat.
Yeah. Right.
And I said, I've never heard that joke. You
But
know?
they have secret parties at Chevy Chase's house.
It's the gayest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, you're going to make us all sound like that's so gay that we all go backstage and go, hey, well, let's hear your version.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. That's not true.
Hanging.
That might have happened back in the 30s or something. But did you ever hear that?
No. Yeah.
No, I don't. That's the weirdest movie I ever saw. I was so angry about that thing.
All right, we gotta go.
Stevie can't wait to get to La Montanelli.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I
Guy goes into a talent agent's office and says, the greatest act in the world. It's a family act. And the agent goes, well, what do you people do? I come out dressed as Hitler in crotchless panties.
I'd like to see that, actually.
And we all drop our drawers and take a huge...
They might have to clean this up for TV.
There's a little bit of comedian in all of us. And I think there's not a lot of comedians out there, though. And so when you lose one of them, and not to mention one of the greats and one of the last ones that would speak his mind, it feels like you're losing a book that nobody has copies of, kind of. McDonald makes me laugh. I know everybody. You
Norm makes me laugh hard.
Dude, he hold on. I'll tell you a thing about Norm.
Hard.
So he did this thing one time. He gets up to go from one room into another room, right? He stops at the doorway and he's like, what is this? What is this? He's like banging on the door, like just the doorway. He's like, well, what is like a portal to like another? What is this? And he's literally asking the people in the room, right? What do you call this thing? It's like a portal to what? How did you just go through? Where am I? And he was just talking about a doorway, but it was so.
He makes anything funny.
Yeah. One time I had to open up for him this was at a casino. We were doing like a casino gig in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Wow.
And Cherokee Creek Casino, I think. And it could have, I don't know, this cool lady that I think maybe tried to make love to somebody, but she also helped us get the gig. And Norm was fucked up. I think that when he went on after me, and like I don't even think for the first 7 minutes I don't even think he said anything, right? But the crazy part was the next day we had to play cards too the next day. You had to like be there for the weekend, you know. So we go to the card tables and Norm's like, man, there's a lot of good pussy in here. And I don't know him really well. So I'm looking around this room, bro. There is zero attractive women, right? There's zero attractive men, okay? Right. So it's not, even if you wanted some ass pussy, there's nothing. Yeah, it's a casino. And it's a gambling game. It's poker.
Yeah.
5-card poker, you know? So, and I'm just thinking, well, I guess I just agree with him. You know, he's getting older and, you know, maybe he has a different perception of what's attractive. And I'm like, yeah, man, there sure is. He goes, fuck no, there isn't. Like, he had played me, you know, like, he was like, this is the ugliest batch of people I've ever seen. Yeah, I watched one of his clips when he was on, I think, The View. Did you see that clip?
No.
When they're trying to get him to, like, he's trying to be very realistic. The show's, like, ultra liberal, and he's just trying to be just a realist, like.
Yeah, that's how he was.
Yeah, and they're like, you'll never be back on this show. They're all joking about it and stuff. And he wouldn't because he wasn't like just kind of conforming to whatever, like, I don't know, just some ridiculous story.
Why would they have him on?
I don't know.
That's so weird. Like, he's so not. I can see him doing it, like, if they offered it to him, but I can't.
Here we go. Let's get a little bit of it.
That the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. And he's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed. You're not allowed to put out no accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up.
Okay. Let me do this, okay?
They don't even want to talk about the fact that maybe the guy murdered somebody.
Yeah. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk
He's doubling down. Yeah, don't have Norm doesn't play by rules, dude. That's hilarious.
He had his own, you know, some humor is a maze, I think. And some comedians, they make, it's a maze. It's a maze that sits between them and the world. And the way that the humor is created is that some people have such a unique maze. Some people it's set up punch. That's a small maze. Set up punch. Some people it's the element of surprise. Some people it's just extremely direct and dry. But I think Norm just had his maze was just different. And I don't think you can create that. I think it's built into you. And yeah.
And I was tuned in one night, and I swear, didn't you say the F word or something like that?
Yeah, I did one time.
And it just completely slipped out?
Yeah, well, no, yeah. It's actually all the other words slip out.
But not the...
That word is very hard not to say. I don't know if you've ever... I mean, you guys, listen, you guys work in the fourth estate. You know how hard it is not to say that word.
Oh, yeah, especially for
it's there.
The time.
It's right there. It's ready to go.
I went on a rant about Easter, and I said the F word like 5 times the other day.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's pretty serious. All right, Norm MacDonald is with us on the phone here in the corner.
That's downright dereliction of duty.
What did you say, Daryl who?
I said saying it 5 times is downright dereliction of duty.
Okay. All right, calm down. You're getting violent with us.
Last weekend in Washington, a new museum dedicated to broadcast jerk. Bah! What the fuck was that? Last weekend in Washington, a new museum. My farewell performance. Last weekend.
Do you ever cuss at Saturday Night Live when you were doing that?
On the air?
Yeah. Well, I don't. You know, I mean, I presume
Off
you
the
did
air,
cuss.
constantly. Yeah. I don't think I ever did. People have occasionally in the past. I think Norm MacDonald did once. I think a few other people have.
Yeah, I know Norm. He cusses quite frequently. Yeah, he's very
funny,
funny.
man.
Very, very funny. Very cussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back, begging for a place to stay. Oh, it's not right. I wanna kiss you when we fight, kiss you when we fight. Hit the road, babe. I don't wanna see no mess you make. I don't wanna hear about your mistakes. I just wanna live my life without you. So have a nice day. Close the door and be on your way. Not much else that I wanna say. I just wanna live my life without you.
And finally, in California, pet owners Pet owners can now take their canine friends to the world's first doggy wedding chapel, where dogs can actually be married in a civil ceremony. The ceremony ends when the Justice of the Peace says, "You may now sniff the ass." All right, folks. Maybe we'll see you next week. Good night. Everybody lies, right? You gotta lie there, but you ever lie for no reason? That's a bad lie there. You know, usually there's a reason, like you want to protect somebody's feelings or, you know, screw over your buddy or something like that, but you ever lie for no reason at all? Just all of a sudden a big lie spills out of your evil head there, you know? And you don't even know, like a guy comes up to you and go, "Hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse?" And you go, "Yes." In the back of your head, you go, "What the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head?" I don't know, man.
You know, Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. You know, it's like he said,
Yes.
You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, so I just thought, like, I fell off my chair, and he said, "You ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying?" Saying, "Hey, did you see Avatar?" "Yeah." To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's
And my favorite thing about Norm is that he will just flat out lie. Just for his own entertainment, he'll just tell you a story that has never happened. He's completely making things up.
I was with
He does it
Larry
all the
Flint
time.
at the White House.
Yeah.
And he
Something
said,
like that.
"I'll hook you up." Now, if my uncle from the plains of Ontario said, "I'll hook you up," he'd probably get you a nice mincemeat pie. But when Larry Flint says it,
Yeah.
something dirty.
Best.
Truly one of the best.
Is the First Lady a compulsive liar, though? It's beginning to look that way. In an interview on last night's 2020, intended to promote her new book, It Takes a Village, Mrs. Clinton folded under tough questioning by Barbara Walters and admitted that, in fact, it does not take a village, and furthermore, that she was aware that it does not take a village when she wrote the damn book. Meanwhile, President Clinton is hard at work on Tuesday's State of the Union address, in which he'll focus on crime, education, and the economy. At the request of the First Lady, part of the president's speech will be huge lies. More questions about Hillary Rodham Clinton's truthfulness. In an interview this week, the First Lady claimed that she won the women's 100-meter dash at the 1956 Olympics, and that she had an IQ of, quote, over 700. When it was pointed out to her that these were not especially good lies, Mrs. Clinton responded, "I know, I have a problem," and then added, "I invented the formula for 7-Up." In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. For years, Hillary Rodham Clinton has told people that she was named for the first man to climb Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary. But as Esquire magazine recently pointed out, Sir Edmund did not climb Mount Everest until 1953, 6 years after Hillary was born. However, the First Lady does have a good explanation for the discrepancy. She loves to lie. A former Arkansas banker told the Senate Whitewater Committee this week that he gave Bill Clinton a $20,000 loan as a favor, even though it was, quote, unacceptable banking practice. In response, President Clinton stated that he has no recollection of such a loan, while First Lady Hillary Clinton said, "We've never even been to Arkansas." Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies.